Every worldly thing can be taken away from you. Every physical thing can be taken away from you. But only the Most High can take wisdom away from you. And Solomon was just, he basically talking about how wisdom is the most precious thing to have for a man, for people to have.
When they that use become the friends of your house, being commanded for the gifts that come from learning.
It says the friends of your house. Because the only way to understand the wisdom of the scriptures is to obey Yahweh, obey the Most High.
Yahweh hath granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me, because it is He that leadeth unto wisdom and directed the wise.
That's why I say those that were sanctified from the beginning, man. You got it, huh?
I got a precept. So we have wisdom. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3. We read verse 18 and 19. The readers in 19. This verse 18. Let no man deceive himself. If any man amongst you seem to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. Here it is right here. But the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. But it is written, He take the wise to like. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
The scripture says the foolishness of this world, the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. It means nothing. Nothing is compared to the wisdom and understanding of the Most High.
My God. Right. Why? Because who in rulership? Who teaches? Who in rulership? Who tell us what? Who tell the world? It's like who tell America what they want them to know? Esau. Esau's in the school, and Esau's over the churches. Because all the pastors that go to school, those seminary schools, the leadership of it come from Esau, so-called white man. So-called, well, not so-called. The red Hebrew Edomite, as the brothers would say. Anyway, yeah, right. That's what I said. It's foolish. He say all type of blasphemy. So, like we said earlier, he got the nation drunk on his philosophy, all these lies, lying about who the real people are, lying about who our Lord and Savior, what He looked like. The Bible lets you know he was a dark-skinned man from the tribe of Judah. Not what they do. They put up a white man. Lying about that. Lying about the image of the prophets and the apostles. Got all their prophet apostles looking like white men. And all of them dark-skinned men, men of color.
And also, just to piggyback off of that, the Most High said the wisdom of this world is foolishness, because the Most High can bring down the kingdom and He can establish a righteous kingdom. The only wisdom is in the scriptures of the Most High, because He tell you how to run a kingdom, and He tell you how to operate in this world. But the Most High can destroy a kingdom. All that wisdom and knowledge is just gone. It's void. That's why the wisdom of this world is foolishness.
It's on y'all.
Ain't raining, but it's still great.
Right. It was like that last time.
What we can do is just get right there, get more of the lighter now. Won't you just step up some, get the light right there.
We're going to put the bags back over here.
Yeah, leave the bags right there.
All right, this is I got a precept on Ecclesiastes 11. It said, wisdom lifted up the heads of him that is low of degree.
Of low degree.
Of low degree.
Right, so like I said, wisdom will lift a man up of low degree, man. And that's what the Lord said He was going to do in 1 Corinthians, the first chapter, man. Go ahead,
and make him to sit among great men.
And that's what you see happening right now, man. Because we consider, everybody on this side consider a low degree, man. We consider nothing, man. That's why we call a minority, man. What does minority mean? If we outnumber the people, why we consider the minority? They basically trying to say we inferior to them, man. Basically, go ahead.
It said, commended not a man for his beauty,
Right.
neither abhor a man for his outward appearance.
Right, man. So it ain't about your outer appearance, man. It's all about what's on the inside, man. Go ahead.
The bee is the little among such as fly, but her fruit is the chief of sweet things.
Right.
Boast not of thy clothing and raiment.
And that's what America. Say something? Oh, and that's what America teach you, man. America teach you it's all about your status, man. Why you think they push? Why you think they push all this name brand stuff, man? You know, go ahead, out.
And exalt not thyself in the day of honor.
Which ain't nothing wrong with having name brand stuff, man. But that don't make you, man. That don't make you who you are, man. Go ahead.
For the works of the Lord are wonderful, and his works among men are hidden. Many kings have sat down upon the ground,
Right.
and one that was never thought of had worn the crown.
Right.
Many mighty men have been greatly disgraced.
And we've been greatly disgraced, man. Why? Because we fell away from the law, statutes, and commandments, man. So we them kings that's sitting on the ground too, man. Because we a nation of kings and priests, man. So when we went against the law, statutes, and commandments, that's what got us in this position, man. So how do we get out of the position, man? By keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man.
Bring it to the Most High.
Huh.
In every captivity, that's what our people did. And that's what we're doing right now.
And the honorable delivered into the other men's hand. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke.
Huh.
Answer not before.
And that's what we did, man. Like the scripture said, all those that keep his commandment have a great understanding, man. So now we understand why we in this situation, man. We understand why our people are lost, man. And now all we doing is come out here. This a labor of love we doing, man. You know, it's a labor of love we coming out here to let our people know, man. To put that truth out here, man. So this ain't nothing. We ain't trying to look good or nothing for nobody, man. Cause it's a Saturday. We could be doing what it's a Saturday, man. It's a lot going on. You could be just chilling out, man, doing what you want to do, man. But now we put all that aside, man, to come out here to speak and correct our people, man. To let them know right from wrong where they going off it, man.
I just want to piggyback off you. The only reason we out here doing this, the only way we know about all this is because of wisdom. The Most High gave us the Holy Spirit to come out here and do this. By keeping His law, statutes, and commandments. That's the only way we know. Through wisdom from the Most High. That's all I'm saying.
Answer not before thou hast heard the cause. Neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk.
And that's a lot of our people do that, man. Y'all, like you say, examine the scripture you read before that. Examine before you judge, man. Y'all, a lot of our people don't even know what we about, man. You hear one word or hear us say something about the so-called white man, think we Muslims, man, and think we just going off our own mind, man. And never look and see we reading out of the Bible, man. Everything we reading out of the scriptures, man. Some of your pastor not gonna do tomorrow when you go to church, man. You're gonna read one verse and then he probably break that verse down wrong, man. And then that's gonna be it, man. But we constantly out here, we constantly bringing out scriptures and scriptures, man, to show our people, man. Show our people where we went off at and how we ended up in this position, man. Why we can't get along with each other. Why we don't trust each other, man. Why there's no unity amongst our people, man. Because we not doing what it takes to keep the unity, man. These scriptures teach us how to love one another, man. How to keep that unity amongst each other, man. Nothing else, man. No matter how you go try to be an Eastern Star, a Mason, get in all these Greek fraternities, man. But once you get in those with different organizations, man, you turning away from the scriptures, man. They might have this Bible like the Masons. I had talked to this one Mason brother. And he had the Bible. I'm like, well, let's go into the street. Like, now we just use that as a guidebook, man. But what do? They use this book to control you, man. They use this book on the left hand side, man. You know, because that's how the scriptures are. You can either use this book on the right hand side or the left hand side, man. And them different organizations, they might, like even with the Greek fraternity, had this woman breaking it down. She was like, we'll read the scripture, but then their actions going into something totally different, man. Even with the Masons, man. So you got to be careful with that, man. So like the scripture say, examine before you judge, man. Come figure out what those men on the street corner see what they really talking about, man. Before you just listen to somebody else about and coming to your own understanding of what we about, man. Go ahead, huh?
And another thing with those Masons is, once you swearing in, you can swear on anything. There was a brother saying they could swear on the satanic Bible if they wanted to. So you shouldn't even want to be a part of anything like that. Then you can't even set eyes on the temple. You got to do all these different rituals just to be a part of it. And you should want to be a part of anything. You can't let anybody see your book of it. You can't walk on the grass and different things like that. Now you know it's not good.
Alright, it says, verse 9, strive not before thou hast heard the cause.
See, strive not before thou hast heard the cause, man. Go ahead. Anybody got a problem with us and you still going to Sunday church, go listen to your pastor, come listen to us. Go listen to your pastor, come listen to us, and see who really coming out the scriptures. See who bringing out more scriptures. See who really bringing everything into a reality, man. What's going on around you and showing you in the Bible why it's so, man. Go ahead.
Give you an understanding of the scripture.
Right.
Neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not.
See, all these commandments and wisdom. This showing us how we get along, how the unity will stay amongst our people, man. A man got something to say, let him finish his thing. Don't interrupt him in his speech. You know, that's what caused different arguments and stuff. Let him say what he got to say, man. You know, but the whole measuring stick is this Bible, man. This how we judge what's right from wrong. For our people who claim they believe in the Bible, man. Go ahead.
And sit not in judgment with sinners. My son, meddle not with many matters. For if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent.
Right.
And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. There is one that laboreth, and taketh pain, and maketh haste, and is so much the more behind. Agree.
Like I say, matter not in many matters, man. We understand. It's certain stuff you don't even worry about, man. You know, like the Lord said, I have not seen or heard what the Lord got stored up for us, man. The number one thing is getting our people to understand, man. You know, come back to their heritage and learn this knowledge of salvation, man. That's the number one thing, man. Go ahead.
It said again, there is another that is.
See, why I said a lot of people try to get into the astronomy and all that, man. Which we had the tribes done that, man. But Esau got doing everything on the left hand side. Now you can't get into that, man. Go ahead,
It said, there is one that laboreth, and taketh pains, and maketh haste, and is so much the more behind. Again, there is another that is slow, and have need of help, wanting ability, and full of poverty. Yet the eyes of the Lord looketh upon him for good.
Right.
And set him up from his low estate.
And that's what the Lord doing right now, man. He's setting us up. He's setting the so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, man. He's finna take us from this lower state, and we're going to be rulers and kings of the earth, man. We're going to actually rule this whole earth, man. And it's going to be forever and never, man. But everything has to take place in the order the Lord already set it up, man. The men of the Lord the Esau had to rule for a certain amount of time, man. This wickedness had to be fulfilled. The seed of the righteous got to be fulfilled, man. And then we going to be restored, man. 2/3 of our people ain't going to listen, man. They're going to have to learn the hard way. See, all that's got to take place, man. Go ahead,
It said, and lift up his head from misery, so that many that saw it marveled at him.
And this what's going on right now, man. Because even with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding the Lord bestowed upon us, man, we confound, like you got different scholars and stuff watch us on the slick side, they confound it, man. They confound it, man. They learn stuff from us. Go ahead, but that's because we got the spirit of the creator of everything, man. His spirit, he gave us that spirit, man. They ain't got nothing to do with us, man. Go ahead,
We nothing. Most High is just the one that giving all the understanding. We don't have this. This is not of us. This is the Most High's understanding, because this is His show. So He can control everything.
That's why I said, read that part again, where it said, he that laboreth and yet he is behind, then him that is poverty, probably verse 4, that might be the same.
There is one, this is verse 11. It says, there is one that laboreth and taketh pain and maketh haste.
Right.
And is so much the more behind.
You going to college, you striving just for this worldly wisdom, man. And then once you realize you don't understand, you get behind. All you doing is getting indoctrinated, man. Ain't nothing wrong with, okay, if your brothers back here want to strive to make themselves better, get a trade or something, you might become a lawyer or anything. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But if you don't got this knowledge, wisdom, understanding of this, you is behind, man. Cause you got brothers in the truth that's doctors, that's getting money, man. You know, got all type of positions they was in, man. But that's once you understand. If you don't have this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, man, you find out you behind, man. Go ahead.
Because the Most High He got His people in all different walks of life. So all His people not gonna be all up in the say in the entertainment. They're not gonna all be in Hollywood. They're not gonna all be poor. He got them in all different walks of life, doing all different types of things.
All right. Verse 14, prosperity and adversity.
Read that part again, now you finish. Where it say that one, where you was at. You read the second portion of that verse.
Okay. I'm going to do Ecclesiastes 11:11. There is one that laboreth and taketh pain and taketh haste, and is so much the more behind. Again, there is another that is slow, and have neither help, one ability, and full of promise. Yet the eyes of the Lord looketh upon him for good.
That's what the eyes of the Lord looking upon him for good, man. Go ahead.
And set him up from his low estate, and lifted up his head from misery, so that many that saw it marveled at him. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come from the Lord.
So all this come from the Lord, man. Everything. Man, read it again.
Prosperity and adversity.
Prosperity and adversity.
Life and death.
Life and death. Because the Lord of perfect balance. Go ahead.
Poverty and riches come from the Lord.
Poverty and riches come from the Lord, man. Go ahead.
Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law.
Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law. Go ahead.
Are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are from him.
Right.
Error and darkness had their beginnings together with sinners, and evil shall wax old with them that glory therein.
Right.
There, the gift of the Lord remaineth with the godly.
See, like I said, the gift of the Lord remaineth with the godly, man. But like you said, his way, get that in Sirach 39. I think it's 28, right? Probably 29. Way he's praying to the Holy Spirit.
This Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 30.
Try to speak up loud.
This Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 39, verse 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy,
See, his ways plain unto the holy, man. Go ahead.
so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
So are they stumbling blocks into the wicked, man. So like we were saying earlier, man, basically, when you keep his commandments, that's when you're gonna have to start to have that good understanding. And then when you believe on Yahweh Shai, that's when the word even called Jesus Christ, as the scriptures have said, that's when you're gonna start, your belly gonna start to flow that true knowledge, man, and wisdom and understanding, man. You're gonna start to understand what the scriptures really saying, man. Some more to that out.
Yeah, I got a precept too. I'm gonna keep going. Verse 25. For the good are good things created from the beginning.
See, for the good things are created from the beginning, man. Somebody get y'all just want to get 1 Corinthians chapter 2.
So evil things for sinners.
Read it again from the top.
For the good are good things created from the beginning.
See, for the good things are created from the beginning, man. Most High said, just like it said, those ones who was get this true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, they were sanctified from the beginning of the world, man. We ain't nobody in control of that, man. Go ahead, but the Most High is. Go ahead.
So evil things for sinners.
So evil things for sinners.
The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water,
Right.
fire,
Fire. Go ahead.
iron,
Iron.
salt, flour of wheat.
Sea salt, man. But like the scripture said, the white man turned everything left upside down, man. You know, read it again from the top, the principal things of life. See, this is for the nourishment of the body. Go ahead. Or what you go basically need. These your simple needs that you need as far as this life, man. Go ahead.
Verse 26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life
But these the principal things. You need more things, but these the principal things. Go ahead.
are water,
Water, man. But what the white man do, man? He polluted the water, man. Then you have to go. Then you got to search for good water, man. And you have to search for good water, man. Go ahead.
fire,
Hey, really, if you drink the right water and enough water, man, you really will never have no ailments, man. Go ahead, cause all your organs made out of water, man. So that's why really when you wake up in the morning, you're supposed to start off and go and get the 32 ounces in your body, man. Which I to feel away from it, man. But when you do that, you're gonna watch how good your bowel movement be, man. Your body always let you know when you ain't got enough water, man. You have one of the rough bowel movements stopped up, ain't enough water in there, man. That's all that is. Guarantee you, when you wake up in the morning, you put 32 ounces of water first and watch how good that bowel movement be, man. But this is principal things of life, water, go ahead. And the white man know this, man. So that's why in all the neighborhoods where these people stay, he got the water polluted, man. Lead in the water, fluoride, man. What the lead do? The lead give you it give you brain cancer, basically, man. It deteriorate the gray matter in your brain, man. To where once you get older, man, you can't control your emotions or nothing, man. You act like a wild beast, man. That's what lead do to you. It actually give you brain damage, man. And guess what? That's why by the mercy of the Lord we still here, man. Because even when you don't drink the lead water, when you take a shower, you still get lead poison by taking a shower in the water, man. So that's why the Lord got to destroy this place and deliver us out of this place, man. Notice that's just like in the state we stay in, man. You never hear about Clinton having to boil their water. You know what I'm saying? You never hear about a boiled water alerted medicine. It's always where our people stay, man. And that's designed that way, man. They just like in Flint, Michigan, their water been messed up forever, man. It's still like that, man. A lot of people got cancer from this, man. Our people, man.
Yeah, I don't think they still don't play their water.
Huh?
Wow. They talk. Water ain't good for drinking. Good for my baby. Water good for flushing the toilet.
That's another thing, man. We flush that toilet, always let the top down, man. Never flush the toilet with the top up, because all it's doing is sending a tornado of germs throughout your house, man, throughout your bathroom. When you in the bathrooms, never use those blower to dry your hands. Always, that's putting all the germs right back on your hands. Hand sanitizer, stay away from it, man. They call that death in the bottle. Go ahead, huh? We're supposed to just wash your hands with regular soap and water, man. All that antibacterial, that's taking away the good bacteria from you, man. Don't take a bath. When you take a shower, don't use antibacterial soap, man. That's taking away the good bacteria that you need on your body, man. Go ahead, huh?
Con. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire.
And this show you the so-called white man, man. That's why he got to be destroyed, man. He is against nature, man. Polluted the water. Then it say fire, man. Use fire for a lot of stuff, man. Use fire to cook. It's a purifier. You can use it for a light. Go ahead, huh? And put brothers and come up with more things, man. It's gonna be used. It's gonna be used to destroy this place, man. Right, use fire to keep warm.
Iron.
Iron. You know, you use iron to make weapons, man. And different other things, man.
And salt.
And salt. What did the white man do? The natural salt was the sea salt, man. Just like you got the Dead Sea over there. It's also known as the Salt Sea, man. But that's the salt you're supposed to use, man. Sea salt. What the white man do? He flipped that, man. They ain't got everybody using table salt. That's why all that people. That's why you got high blood pressure, man. Sea salt actually lower your blood pressure, man. If you just I think it's a tablespoon of sea salt in the water, drink it every day, it actually lower your blood pressure, man. So when it say salt, it's talking about sea salt right here, man. The white man, go ahead.
You speak on the sea salt. On the east side, the sea salt they just contaminate everything.
Huh.
And then they try to give you high blood pressure pills for the salt they gave you.
Oh.
Mess you up even more.
And the high blood pressure pill, it's gonna have some type of side effect with your body.
Every pill they got a side effect.
I said high blood pressure pills cause you to have high cholesterol.
And see if you got high blood pressure, you automatically gonna have high cholesterol, man. Because what is cholesterol? Your body got a natural healing system, man. When you get high blood pressure, the cholesterol is band-aids to come clot up them blood pressure. Just you will die, man. You'll actually you will die out. You will bleed on the inside, you'll be over with. So that's where the cholesterol come and be a band-aid for the high blood pressure on the inside, man. That's why the majority of people got high blood pressure. You're gonna have high cholesterol, man. Because cholesterol keeping you from dying, man. It's an inside band-aid to keep that blood, to try to heal up that high blood pressure that's going on, man.
High blood pressure pills damage your veins, which cause plaques and cause the blood to not flow, bad circulation.
Go ahead, huh?
Bad circulation causes a lot of ailments in the body. Because the organs can't get the blood, nor the oxygen, nor the nutrients in. So you have kidney problems, you have liver problems, you have diabetes, you have gout, you know.
Erectile dysfunction. Your rod ain't getting hard like it's supposed to when you take the high blood pressure pill.
Everything that goes wrong when you have to take another pill for it. Pretty much you just paying to die.
Yeah, that's cold. That's the truth, though. Man to die. And then also, too, I want to put back on the brother. The medicine that we hear, when their prescription, when they're out of pill, they go refill their prescription. And I had one brother call me, man, can you come get me, man? Go get my medicine. Man, I said he was down. Like, damn, this man really need this medicine, man. I mean, he was down. He was down. Yeah, right. Come on, go get my medicine, man.
Yeah, because it's a so-called treatment that never cure you. That's how the doctors make their money. Because if they cure you, then you wouldn't have no need for them. But in order for them to make their money, they gotta give you something to keep you coming back.
Just like a car, you just gonna keep patching it up till it break down. You just doing quick fixes. It ain't completely solving the problem.
If they do that, they lose money. And then also with these prescription drugs that they prescribe to you, Freemasons, they perform witchcraft on it to have people keep coming back addicted to them.
How y'all doing? How y'all feel about y'all think President Trump gonna make America great again? You got a lot of good ideas. What y'all think? That's fine. We just asked the question. Can we get the question answered? It's America, right? We supposed to be able to dialogue, right? That's what this country was built for, the land of the free, home of the brave, right? No question for that. What y'all think? Yeah. Huh?
Are y'all Democrat? I'm scared to say anything.
Right.
Nah. That's what I'm saying to men gonna be like women.
If you make a point, you out. Y'all make a point.
Yeah, I was saying that the medicine, they perform witchcraft on it. You can look up the word prescription. Pharmaceutical. It's gonna go back to that a Greek word pharmakia, and it goes back to witchcraft. You can look that up on Google. Let you know that this medicine, they perform witchcraft on it. Let me keep going in this.
Yeah, go ahead.
The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat.
Flour of wheat. So what the white man do? Now you got enriched flour, white flour, man. That's another thing. What our people don't know. That's what's turning a lot of our people into a diabetic, man. When you eat the white flour, as soon as white flour hit your bloodstream, it turns into sugar, man. So you're supposed to eat wheat flour, man. Not the bleached flour, the enriched flour. You're supposed to get when you go to the grocery store, you're supposed to get the unbleached flour, man. You ain't gonna tell the taste. You ain't gonna tell the taste. It ain't gonna be no taste difference, man. But when you eat the white flour, as soon as the white flour hits your bloodstream, it turns into sugar, man. So that's why a lot of our people can come to diabetic straight off of eating too much bread, man. Which we know all throughout the scriptures, all they did was bake loaves of bread. It was good, man, but it was wheat. We was eating it straight from the wheat flour, man. When wheat grows, when that grain grows to make the bread, that wheat is brown, man. So that's how your bread's supposed to be, your flour, man. Go ahead,
Honey.
Honey. What do they got now, man? They got two different types of honeys, man. You can get the raw honey, then they got this other honey. You know what I'm saying? Then they came up with syrup and all this, man. Go ahead,
Milk.
Milk, man. Now, the milk we drinking now ain't no good for you, man. The Lord, He sought and destroy everything, man. That's why I say He is a vessel of wrath fitted for destruction, man. He do everything against nature, man. White milk, man. You know that you never hear about the coconut milk. The goat milk is all different types of milk.
Almond milk.
Almond milk, man.
But that's tainted too now.
Right.
And the blood.
Which the scripture said we will be eating for.
We're going to eat out the fine bread among the Gentiles. And the blood of the grape.
The blood of the grape, man. What? The wine, man. That's the blood of the grape, man. See, these are the principal things of life right here, man. Go ahead.
And oil.
And oil.
And clothing.
Right.
All these things are for the good to the godly. So to the sinners they are turned into evil.
See, to the sinners they turned into evil. So Esau turned all these things into evil, man. He just switched it around, man. Read that again. Now you got table salt. You got white flour. He turned everything for a bad use, man. Even with the different herbs, man. Just like you got the coca leaf. He created out of the coca leaf, man. He created cocaine and drugs out of it, man. On the poppy leaf, man. We don't know what it's used for, but as far as the coca leaf, in Colombia, they chew the leaves because it help you breathe better, man. They in such a high they're in such a above sea level where they stay, it's hard to breathe in them mountains. So what the so-called Columbus, the tribe of Asher, they chew the coca leaves because it help balance out their breathing, man. But Esau got a hold to it and created a drug out of it, man. That's why I say all these things are created good for the godly, but Esau to turn it to wickedness, man. Even with what they call marijuana, man. Esau made to where you smoke it, man. You put smoke in your body, man. You use marijuana, you made it for tea. You use it for loss of appetite, man, when you couldn't sleep.
Cancer.
Right, cancer, man. That's what it was used for, man. But now Esau to turn it to wickedness, man. Go ahead, dog. But even all those different,
This is verse 26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, the oil of the grape and that clothing. You know, everybody look down on you for drinking, but the person y'all call Jesus Christ, why you turn water into wine? You know, then you'll look down on somebody who drinks. It tells you it's that's what the scripture say. It's more valuable than life to a man. Then you'll say that while you smoking a cigarette. Somebody that look down on you while they smoking a cigarette.
Hey, that's great. But then turn around, they don't have no love for their brother.
Scripture say, wine maketh a man happy. Little wine make a man happy, and also give wine to the man that's in heavy burdens.
It's greed. God.
God.
And I was gonna say,
Also, too, to say a little wine settles the stomach. You know, sometimes we may have a little ailment going on, so you drink a little wine and it settles your stomach. So, you know. So it's you know, and what did they call the Messiah? They call him a wine bibber. So, you know, he drank wine. So, you know, it's not anything wrong with drinking wine. Just don't indulge too much to where it makes you out of character.
Don't abuse it.
Strong drinks as well. Same thing.
If you a person can't handle drinking, don't drink, man.
That's it.
But if you somebody who ain't drink because you think there's something wrong with your pastor told you something wrong with it, man, he don't know the scriptures, man.
Right. And also, too, if you're a person that can't drink, don't substitute marijuana because you don't drink. Nah, you're going out. You find the temple.
at the end of the verse, they also say clothing. Like, y'all sisters ain't need to cover yourselves up for showing everything.
Oh.
Y'all ain't looking for the husband, that ain't the way to do it. Yeah, ain't no man gonna respect no woman who's showing herself all the time.
About 25, that a shameless woman is considered as a dog.
Oh. Oh.
We know what a female dog is called. So when somebody call you that out of character, you know, and you dress like that, are they being wrong or right?
Verse 28, verse 27. Say again.
Go ahead. Nah, y'all go ahead.
Verse 27. All these things are for good to the godly. So to the sinners they are turned to evil. And like I was saying earlier, all these things are the principal things for life, for man. And that was good for us, good for the godly. But the white man turned all these things into evil, to be used against you. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sword strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And Khan, that's the spirits be created for vengeance. That's the Most High. Most High got different spirits out here, just like He has the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of wisdom. He also got spirits on the right hand side and spirits on the left hand side. And the spirits on the left hand side, He said, created for vengeance, to do which in their fury lay on sword strokes. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And the Most High had those spirits out. Most High had those spirits out during the time of Egypt. When our people was in Egypt, He was bringing different plagues on the people. And all those same spirits are they're going to come back on people today. Not only just our people, all the people over here in America. All those plagues are coming to America as well. So those same spirits going to come right back. It's verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance, which is all weapons that all tools the Most High used to bring down the kingdom. And we can see that going across the four corners of the earth. And it's coming to America as well. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandments, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. So when the Most High have still commandments for them to go out and do his work, they're going to be ready. These are all the spirits of vengeance, and this is what they're coming to do. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his words. So when the Most High ordered them to go do out a commandment, they're going to do whatever he commanded them to do, showing that the Most High has control of both the left hand and right hand side. Therefore, from the beginning, I was resolved and thought upon these things and have left them in writing. All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season. And it's time, we come upon a time for the season of America to be destroyed. And he said, he will give every needful thing in due season. That's an evil thing. We need all those spirits and all these different tools. He got famine, death, fire, and destruction. Wild teeth of wild beasts. We need all that to be for this place to come down, so that man cannot say this is worse than that. For in time they shall all be well approved. And therefore praise ye the Most High with the whole heart and mouth, and bless the name of Yahweh.
Here's the book of Sirach, chapter 38, verse 1. Honor a physician, what the honor do unto him, for the uses which you may have of him, for Yahweh hath created him.
Right, and this ain't talking about them doctors, man. Go ahead. Which you got a broken limb or so, you just got an ailment, man, and you got to go to the doctor, you go to the doctor, man. But a lot of times, you just let them go diagnose you, then you go look up what you need to help you, man. Now, you got a broken leg or something like that, man. You got, you got to get that cash. You got to go to them, man. Go ahead. This going to go what this going into, man.
Let me say this, I know my brother, Yahweh died. He had went to the doctor one time, and I forgot what he put from. He said the doctor was on the computer, pulled up his app, and told him what type of medicine he needed. Sure, he said, hey, he can do that himself, but that's what he did, you know? Speak on something, bro.
Yeah. And I just want to speak on my own little testimony. A couple years ago, I had broke my leg, and went to the doctor. They put a splint on it, cast on it, and I was taking the herb. They said I might have to have surgery, but Yahweh Doc had me on the herbs, taking different herbs every day, 2 times a day. And when I went back, they said I didn't even need none of the surgery, or I didn't need none of the prescription that they gave me. I was just on the herbs. So that's, the Most High blessed the brother with the spirit to, give me the wisdom and understanding of the herbs and how to use them. And that healed me, through the power of the Most High. I only took it when I really needed it, but other than that, I still had the bottle. Like months later, I threw the rest of it away. I didn't even have to go back and get a refill. Yeah, that was another account when I had inflammation in my foot due to an injury at school, and went to the nurse. I was trying to prove a point to my mom, and she was saying that I need to take the prescription medicine that she gave me. But I asked the nurse, which is better, to take the herbs or the prescription. And what she had said was it's natural herbs in the prescription, but they add other ingredients which cancels those out to give you side effects. But she said she recommended me take the herbs, which I was gonna do anyway.
Right, because like you said, one of the #1 ingredients in what is the pain medicine, the capsaicin, is that I think that's the #1 ingredient, but that comes straight from cayenne pepper, man. So like he was saying, a lot of the stuff in them prescriptions that actually make you feel better, they be natural herbs, man. Right. That they put in there, but then they got the drugs mixed in there to get you hooked. You know what I'm saying? And it destroy. You know, it be working on other organs and destroy you, man. Right. Keep you coming back to them, man.
Only put enough in there to alleviate your ailment, but then you have to keep coming back. You know, that's why they give you so many of them. You know, 30 pills or 20 pills or 15 pills. There's only enough in there, and that has to build up and build up. And by the time you take all the pills, you know, your ailment is alleviated. But then, you know, if you stop, it comes back sometimes.
It basically just sustains.
Right.
You don't heal.
It ain't no different than on the street. You got 12 people in your body.
That's big business too.
Verse 2. For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in his sight, in the sight of great men, he shall be in admiration.
Because guess what? When Esau made it to the Americas, man, you had a Native American Indian, you had a quote, man. He was like, when the white man got here, man, they had the healer, the doctor, you know what I'm saying? They had their physician, man. They had everything perfect, man. Had a perfect system going. Saying he basically like the white man came and started trying to change everything, man. And that's what you got. That's what you got now. When he came to the America, you can drink out of any stream, man. Get clean water, man. Go ahead,
Yahweh has created medicines out of the earth,
Right.
and he that is wise will not abhor them.
Come, man. So he made medicines out of the earth, man. And that's the different herbs, man, for to heal you, man. Go ahead.
They won't give you side effects.
Was
All the good, all the good physicians. What did Esau do? Esau, if he don't kill him, he'll demonize him. That's right. He'll demonize him. Have you thinking the man going off? He lying on him, man. Dr. Safe, they killed him. Dr. Safe said Mama told him they were going to kill him. I think he gave someone correct herb and he healed their cancer. He told him, yeah, God. He says, Mama said they're going to kill you.
HIV, AIDS, cancer, and this rapper, Nipsey Hussle, his famous rap, he was a bitch. He said in the interview that he used Dr. Savior Ready.
One of the Dr. Savior's medicine that he had put it on the market. Esau had tampered with it, and he caused someone to get sick. It's definitely got to go.
I want to piggyback on what you just said, like you and Yashmaya said, these herbs now, you got to be careful where you get them from, because like the cayenne pepper, we know that the cayenne that comes from Peru is pure, and a lot of the herbs that come from Peru is pure. But you have to research it and look into the name brand of some of it too, because Esau, like the brother saying, is tampering with a lot of it, and it's causing people to die and be sick, because he know a lot of people are going to natural herbs now. They're not buying the pharmaceutical stuff now, and so the pharmaceutical companies are being hurt by that.
Was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? And he hath given men skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous work.
Right.
With such doeth he heal men, and taketh away their pain.
So he give men, like I said, he give men skills, man. So when we came to this truth, that's what we learned, man. We started to learn about the natural healing herbs and all that, man.
And all that come from wisdom. Wisdom of the Most High.
Of such doeth the apothecary make a confection, and of his works there is no end, and from him is peace over all the earth.
And like he read that part again where it said, he made medicines out of the earth. Verse 3, 2. He made medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise was not aboard it.
The Lord Jehovah has created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor it. I read again, verse 4. Yahweh has created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them.
Like I said, he that is wise will not abhor them, man. You know, so that's our people. You got to learn that, man. Go ahead,
Like I said, you get the right one. Come to the city. That's what the Bible. Chemtrails, you know, the little everything is on there. You start killing all the bees. You need the bees. Pollinate your flowers and everything.
They're taking away the trees.
Yeah, we was always wondering why we want, you know, we down here in Mississippi, we got plenty of palm trees, apricot trees. None of the trees are bearing fruit now. I mean, we was like puzzled, but now we know why now. Because they killed all the bees and pollinate the flowers on the trees. Man, got to go.
Verse 9. My son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto Yahweh, and he will make thee whole.
Right. So even when you get the herbs, you still pray to the Most High, man. And he makes you whole, man. Go ahead. That's the first thing you do. Go ahead.
I was about to say that's what I was doing when I had broke my leg and when I was had inflammation in my foot. You know, I was praying to the Most High that He allow the herbs to work, and through His blessing and mercy, He allowed it to work for me. Because even though you take these herbs, He might not allow it to work for you.
Leave off from sin and order thy hands aright, and cleanse thy heart from all wickedness. Give a sweet savor and a memorial of fine flour, and make a fat offering that is not big.
Right, man. You can make it. Go ahead,
Then give place to the physician, for Yahweh has created him. Let him not go from thee, for thou hast need of him. There is a time when their hands there is good success. When in their hands there is good success. But they shall also pray unto Yahweh that he would prosper they, that they give for ease and remedies of prolonged life. He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician. My son, let tears fall down over the dead and begin to laugh.
Right, man. He that sinneth, let him fall to the hand of the physician, man. That's a lot. That's another thing for our people, man. What you eat, what's making you sick, man. You start to get discomfort on the inside, what you putting in there, man. Pork, shrimp, lobster, crab, all that's what's making you sick, man.
And begin to languish, as if thou hadst suffered great harm thyself, and then cover his body according to the custom, and neglect not his burial.
Esau got sand in the world. You are what you eat. So, you know, they let you know they doing it.
Weep bitterly and make great moan, and use lamentation, as he is worthy. And that a day or two, lest thou be evil spoken of, and then comfort thyself for thy heaviness. For if heaviness cometh death, and the heaviness of the heart breaketh strength.
Right, see the heaviness of the heart breaking strength, man. Cause you get sick, that's that you get heaviness of the mind, man. So you get the wisdom, like I said, he that is wise would not abhor the medicine that the Lord created from the earth, man. Go ahead.
In affliction also sorrow remaineth, and the life of the poor
is the curse of the heart.
The life of the poor is the curse of the man. But we just read how the Most High control both sides of this, man. He make it rich, he give you into poverty, man. So that's why people leading in bad health, man. First and foremost, it's because Esau manipulated wherever you stay, man. All he feeds you is junk, man. But we can't use that as no excuse, man. We learn better, and then we gotta know, man. You start to, you gotta try to pick the best out of the worst, man, when you eat, man. Don't go for the cheapest stuff every time, man.
You gotta keep the dietary law as well.
Lobster, oysters, you can eat all that junk because you come with dietary laws is not given to them. So y'all got to realize that they can do it, we can't. As in like you got a child, that the child gonna be on the playground with other kids, right? And other kids, you know what I'm saying up there? I'm saying, Father here, you go to your child and say, look, I don't want you to know what they're saying, I'm saying. That's your child. You know what I'm saying? You got to do certain things, you know. Hey, but it's a lot of like that. They doing so I don't care. I don't want you to do. That's how the Most High told us. He gave us these laws and these statutes and these commandments. We only gave it to the children of his son, 12 tribes of Israel. Like the brother said, that's why I've been always sick. Because we eat food, we eat unclean food. Food that we're supposed to be eating according to the Bible.
You have a couple doctors that even let you know that pork is not good for you, or this or that is not good for you. But it's all in the scriptures. The Most High told us from the beginning. So even if you take it from the Most High first, take it from the scriptures first. But even if you don't take it from the scriptures, some doctors even tell you.
The doctors might tell you, but a lot of them don't know why they because they're not telling the people that, hey, you're a child of the Most High. You're not supposed to eat this. They're just telling you that don't eat it for, because it's bad for your health. It's causing high blood pressure. It's causing, bad cholesterol. But, if these are knowledge of the scriptures, he'll tell them why they're not supposed to.
They'll tell you don't eat the pork, but they ain't gonna tell you like the shrimp and lobster and crab. That's keeping your blood pressure up too, man. Right. A lot of people try to figure out how to stop eating the pork while my blood pressure's still up. That's part of it, man. Fried food, man. We all eat fried food, man, but you gotta limit your intake on that, man. Especially when you got high blood pressure, man. Because all the grease do is clog up your arteries, man.
Not only that, you eat too much beef. Beef stay in your system 3 to 4 days before your system can get rid of it. So that clogs up your system too, which, keep all the impurities in your bloodstream until you can remove that beef out of your system.
If I ain't mistaken, I think it'll take a month for that beef to clear out of your system, for your system to digest. Like the brother was saying, that beef is another way that keep you with high blood pressure. That's another form of high blood pressure. Go back to the book of Solomon, right? You have more light up there? You do.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 11. All good things together came to me with her, and innumerable riches in her hand.
Right, so this what the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High really, it started, you become a new creature, man. You start to learn all type of stuff, man. It's all type of stuff you start to learn, man. You learn how to eat, like I said. It just, when you keep these commandments, man, it teach you how to love your brother, your sister, your mama, your people, period. It teach you how to be a better person, man. Then it teach you how to eat to be healthy, man.
It teach you how the Most High intended the world to operate from the beginning.